What up, everyone? Chilling in the weather lab.
What's
Got Peyton,
good?
Zach, and I. We had Josh earlier. We had a big storm spotter meeting. He's just chilling back there, just straight up chilling.
We chilling.
Chilling.
Got
Ty-
to be doing that this weekend.
Ty's a little Ty's a little crooked, but hey, you guys have questions about probably the snow potential, and it's looking like it's increasing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would not be
Yeah.
surprised to get
going
a
up.
couple inches of snow, maybe more. But there's always the snow depth versus the snow total. That's an issue. Shannon says, hopefully no earthquakes with this one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I'm
one
saying.
week ago
Uh,
today.
There was an earthquake though that happened in Hawaii, one of the islands. of
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
It's Hawaii.
Hawaii, I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
But Laura's like,
I
hello.
don't know.
How you doing?
Good evening.
Hawaii. So how you doing, Laura? Good to see you. Hope Kingston's good. Got some thunderstorms that are just to the east of you, quite a ways east actually. Yeah, and LA, but the LA one I think was like a 4.8. We had a bigger one than that.
Yeah.
Looks like we're pretty sloppy here. Lean way back like a Fat Joe song. But anyways, let's talk about the
Laid
weather here. Laid back. Lean back. Lean back. All right. Here's what we got weather-wise. What do you think, Zach? I think we got some snow coming in.
Well, I think after a nice work week, some cooler weather moving in, a sign of some winter precip coming in.
Yeah. Also, there was some hail too. Hail that lasted about 3 minutes. And I saw the video. I actually sent the weather service the report and appreciate it, man. Yeah, a little pea-size hail, maybe a little
What?
bigger.
I didn't see it.
What do you mean you didn't see
You
it?
didn't show us. Did
I
show
did.
you?
I don't know.
Was it while I was cleaning up?
It might be. No, I mean, it was before the whole storm spotter
Oh, that's
meeting.
true. It's true. It's true.
Right there.
Oh, nice.
Just a little.
It's like some Sonic Ice.
Michael, yeah, just
Yeah.
oh man,
Dipping
don't get me
dots.
started on Sonic Ice. I'm missing my thing. Benjamin saying enough to cancel school Monday. I'm thinking it's going to be possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe delayed start.
Delayed
think
start, maybe
The snow is going to happen at the perfect time to cancel school.
to do that. Yeah, because it's going to already
Yeah.
be falling Monday morning.
Yeah.
So you probably don't want too many more days canceled, Fayetteville, because you guys have off for the total solar eclipse on April 8th and any more snow days. I think if you have 2 more, that leads to some issues. So I was waiting for this to load up. This is the Winter Storm Severity Index, the day 3 outlook. This is when really the bulk of our winter weather occurs. You can see the storm system moving in Sunday through Monday and moderate impacts. Now, keep in mind, this changes quite often, but I think that this really has a good handle because wraparound snow is going to be the main factor for our snowfall. And we'll show you what I mean by that. But wraparound snow is going to bring limited impacts, not zero impacts, not major, but, kind of, limited. But there could be in the higher elevations of, Southern Carroll, northeastern Madison County, other impacts that could be a little bit more of a problem. So sunny after the snow, I do think so, but probably won't be fully sunny until Tuesday. I think it's going to take a while.
Tuesday, I think it's going to be like clear skies.
Yeah. Tuesdays, you're going to be
Yeah.
able to see the snow on the satellite, visible satellite. So let's get to it. We're going to dive right into our accumulation maps and the snowfall forecast. Then we'll look at snow depth versus snow totals. And there is a difference as we go deeper into that conversation. But there's the weekend system that begins the snow for Sunday night. I don't think it's going to be Sunday morning. It's not going to be for anything causing any issues for church on Sunday because it's just rain. But there's that system, Zach. We've been watching this, and Peyton, the last several days, there's the spin, and it's starting. And the models had a pretty good handle on this. Now, there's a blocking ridge that's to the east that's going to prevent this from swinging through so fast.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes down, and then it just evolves over time. Now, we can actually look at this spin in the atmosphere, and then we'll go back to all the fun stuff, going back to all the models. But there's that spin in the atmosphere as we were looking at. If you watched the Facebook Live yesterday, it was storm system number 2. That was the one. And there it is. Look at it organizing. Now, it's starting to eject eastward. that track is going to be very, very favorable for snow potential. Let me go back through that. There it is coming through the 500 millibar heights, and that's just to our south, the 700 millibar low, a little bit northwest of that. And so I think we're going to see potential for snowfall. Now, Peyton actually had a great idea on the graphics, and I actually did this in my early newscast or in my first weather hit, but it's all about the track of the 700 millibar low. So, Peyton, you can describe what you did here with this 700 millibar low track.
I got sour gummy worms in my mouth.
Oh, hey, gummy worms. That's sour, right? The sour gummy worms are
Yeah.
sweet.
Okay. So the reason you do the 700 millibar low track is because that's where the dendritic growth zone is. That's where you have the ability for snowflakes to grow. And that's typically 700 millibars, which is about 9,100 feet, at least for this event come Monday. Yeah, 9,100 feet. Yeah. And so kind of tracking that, that's where we're going to see a lot of the snow kind of happen. So I think it's great to track that because if it's too far north or south, then that's going to limit snow potential or increase it.
Yeah, it's a great indicator of the heaviest snow track because you get what's called a deformation zone that pops up, which deformation zone. Sorry,
No,
I
you're
said it
good.
wrong. A deformation zone, which essentially what it does is it creates a lot of intense lift, and this is where you get mesoscale banding that occurs. Banding is what produces the heavier snowfall. But here's a look at that 700 millibar low track, and you're going to notice as it makes its way east, it moves over the Red River, which is great, but then it kind of turns to the northeast a little bit, and this is where the cutoff for the snow for the river valley is going to be. Just don't think the river valley sees as much of a snowfall as Northwest Arkansas. So there's 1 o'clock in the morning and we're seeing a wintry mix, but then right as you said, Zach, the most likely time if school is going to be let out, it would be in the morning hours, and this is when the snow is coming down. According to this could slow down, but there's the system, and then it zips out. So by 7 o'clock, it'll be clear. If we do have snow on the ground, we'll have to lower our low temperatures for Tuesday morning.
I think the confidence is beginning to increase on the track and the timing of this system.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, because right now that disturbance is located over the desert Southwest.
Yeah, so it's already over land.
Yeah.
So all the model soundings are getting this.
But it's still going to interact with a lot of Baja energy, though.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen.
Speaking of Baja energy.
Baja Blast.
So says, when's the last Baja Blast night you've had, Dan? Laugh out loud. I still have not tried one yet.
That ice storm.
Yeah, it would have been the ice storm.
And you had a second Baja Blast on your way home.
Yeah, I did.
To your house.
That's right. Yeah, I was all amped up. No wonder I worked the morning show. So if you do try it, if you love sweet stuff, that's basically the word of caution. If you don't like sweet stuff, you will not like it. But if you do like sweet slushy drinks like I do, the Baja Blast Freezy is the way to go. Rest in peace, Toby Keith. Absolutely. Still thinking about that. So Shannon says, can you bring that down an education level?
Yeah. So the 700 millibar low track. So you always see us talk about a surface low. We're talking about cold fronts and warm fronts attached to these surface lows. Well, imagine that just 9,000 feet in the air. So it's that same kind of idea and that system, that lift, but specifically at 900 feet or 9,000 feet, the 700 millibar pressure level. That's where what's called the dendritic growth zone. This is where you have
snowflakes.
Snowflakes grow. It's where snowflakes can grow together and collide together and form more snowflakes and all that. So we look at where that track is because depending on how far or close away you are from the center, that can determine your snowfall rate. Because if you're a little bit further away, like not right under the center, then that's where you're going to get your heaviest snowfall. But if you're just under it, it's going to be a little bit lighter. And if you're too far away, it's where it's also going to be lighter.
Yeah. So it's got to be that exact track. Now, exactly what you were talking about. Let's go zip in and zoom in on this and show you what the zoomed in view looks like. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to look at the zoomed in view, and then we're going to give you accumulations. And then we're going to look at snow depth. But the zoomed in view is going to show you that it's all about the temperatures too. We know the temperatures are going to be above freezing. So here's a look at the European model as we go into Saturday, tomorrow morning, by the way, for the polar plunge. I'm thinking upper 40s look like a good bet. This only goes 6 hours. So yeah, upper 40s looks like a good bet for the polar plunge. Then you're going to see as that energy swings in for Sunday, a lot of precipitation, but we're above freezing and right around 40 degrees. Then we fall. And now at this point, we're starting to see some snow mixing in with rain, but it's not all snowfall yet.
Yeah.
And then what happens over time is those temperatures are going to start falling because the precipitation gets heavier. The heavier the precipitation, the stronger the dynamic cooling. And that cooling leads to temperatures getting cold enough where snowflakes are able to make it to the ground. You got the dendritic growth zone, which is basically a dendrite is a six-sided ice crystal. That's what snowflakes look like. Those are the big, fluffy.
That's why it's called the dendritic growth.
Yeah, because it's a dendrite. But there's a look at that snowfall, and you're going to see the river valley at 39. They might see some snow. So River Valley sees some snow, but it's just not as much. And then there's the track of that low moving out. Now this has the precipitation lingering through about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Does it really warm up to 40? It's possible. And granted, this will be similar to what we saw January 5th. Yes.
I think an important note is to note that the last time we saw a pink on the future track was that ice storm. And we're seeing pinks now, but we're not expecting ice.
No.
We're expecting a mix of snow and rain.
It's a good point.
So that's why it's picking up the pink color.
The mix, yeah.
And to Dan's point about the snowfall increasing in intensity, you're talking about that rain changing over into snow pretty fast. It's gonna have to be a pretty heavy rain for that dynamic cooling to affect the snowfall
To take
rate.
place, yeah.
But if you have super heavy rain, then you're going to have pretty heavy snowfall.
And this right here, and I think the type of system that we're seeing, we are going to see the potential for this to stick on elevated surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
And I think eventually on the roads in the morning. But it's not going to be an all-day thing. I think by late morning, it could be gone. But by then, I think the kind of the impacts are already felt. And so even though it melts throughout the day, there's going to be some issues for that morning commute.
Here's something interesting, though.
Yeah.
If they treat the road Sunday while it's still raining, goodbye pre-treat.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they really can't pre-treat the roads because it's going to be raining all day
ahead of time.
And then a
So,
transition
yeah.
from rain to snow.
So you might think they're treated and you're all good, but in reality, no way, Jose.
How about Daytona? I honestly don't know. I know that Daytona 500 is this weekend.
Oh, sweet.
And I know that's usually
White's
on
been
our
talking about
station.
that.
So you always work with Baja Blast in the winter weather. It's the truth. Yeah.
On Baja Blast any season, pretty much.
Yeah.
Springtime storms, summertime rain.
Lisa is ready to
Baja
go
Blast.
for the Daytona 500. Let's look at
Any
that real quick.
The last sour gummy worms. I'd be all over that.
Man, I like sweet stuff. So
Me too.
Yeah, I honestly really don't know. We should look. Let's check it out. This is just basically me just looking at this, and let's just delete these scenes here
Turn it off.
and get that off of there. Get that off of there, and just get that off of there. Okay, so stand by. Hold on. Let's look. Is the Daytona 500? I think it's on Sunday, isn't it? No, it's on Saturday. They wouldn't have it the same day. Maybe it is Sunday.
I think the Cup Series is always on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And the Xfinity is on Saturday, unless they changed it.
You guys let us know what it is, if it's Saturday or Sunday.
I'll ask why.
All right, let's go back. Yeah, I know he's a huge race fan. But there's a look at what we've got for the Daytona Beach area, Daytona 500. It looks like there's going to be maybe some sprinkles, maybe some wet weather. I don't see anything super major. So I don't think Hot Springs saw a tornado, but East End sure did, and that's south of Little Rock. So all right, so
I know they're talking about the Crystal Springs. And
Yeah.
moving into Hot Springs.
Yeah.
No.
It was a circulation, but there was actually something interesting that was going on called
Vertical side lobe contamination.
Yep. Yeah. And that's a whole
Can you
nother
explain
ball.
what it is?
Whole nother ball of wax. I think we'll hold off on that.
I think I can do it pretty easily.
Unless people want to know. Major road impacts, minor roads, and I think minor road impacts, but not zero. So it does look like temperatures are going to stay too high. But remember, January 5th, if the precipitation is heavy enough and if the snow rates are fast enough, it doesn't matter how warm it is, it'll still stick.
Yep.
And even on some roads. Can you show the soundings of how the dynamic cooling works?
I think it's
We
kind
can.
of hard. Wouldn't it be kind of hard?
Show it on
Well,
on Buffkit.
obviously we can pull it. Oh, yeah. Buffkit might be easier. That's on Weather 2's end.
Yeah. But you were asking
Need to
about
pull
like a side so vertical side lobe side lobe contamination is what we had, which is what
If somebody asked for an explanation, I'll give it. But
all right.
I will bore everyone with radar knowledge.
It's kind of interesting for sure. It could be as long as the circulation and the reflectivity, the hook is in co-located. So you got to download the latest archive.
The latest ones.
Do you have it?
Get data.
And then hit A.
You don't have to do it that way.
You don't hit A.
No, you can
A
just
up
say
at the
get
top?
data.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, loaded.
It's gonna do the same thing. Get profiles.
But do you have the right one loaded?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's what we're doing. We're using a thing called Buffkit. I'm going to bring it up on Weather 2, and we'll bring that up. We'll answer some other questions, but this is going to be on Weather 2. Yeah, there we go. It's good. It's a good thing to show. I think you're right about that. All right, we'll go back. I've got that on Weather 2. Bring this up. Whoops, I don't have it up on Weather 2 anymore. Stand by here.
All right, got him.
All right. So now you're going to click on GFS 3. Yeah.
Okay.
That slider at the top for the times.
Weather 2. So this is a sounding right here. And
it's a vertical profile of the atmosphere.
So here's Sunday, 5 p.m.
Okay. So first of all, what you're seeing here is, and again, this is kind of tough, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how this works. So camera, go ahead and follow me over here. Okay. So this is a sounding, this blue line that you see on the screen, you can follow my cursor there. Anything to the right of that is above freezing. Anything to the left of that is below freezing. So all this is the temperature and the dew point that's above freezing. All this is the temperature and dew point above freezing and below freezing. So 5 o'clock on Sunday, which is 23Z, this is all above freezing. But we're going to go back here. We're going to show you the evaporative cooling that takes place. So this is Sunday morning. You can see how the temperature right here is separated where you have the temperature and the dew point. The farther that's separated, the drier it is. The closer that it is, the more that you have saturation. So watch what happens as that cooling starts taking place, as precipitation starts falling. See how those two lines get closer and closer together? Now at this point, this is where we have the dendritic growth zone, which is minus 12 to minus 17 degrees Celsius. That's where you have your dendrites, your snowflakes that are forming, which, by the way, are 14,600 feet up in the air, all the way to about 13,000. So the depth of the dendritic growth zone is about 3,000 feet. Then what happens is that's falling, and that is below freezing. So all this is saturated. So those snowflakes are not melting. They're showing up on radar when you're farther away from the radar location as the beam gets higher. But then it starts falling, and it gets into this warmer air. So the warmer air right here is causing the snowflakes to melt. And then as the snowflakes melt, it's having a tough time accumulating. Now, as we go forward in time, it's still showing as rain at the surface, but that's because the temperatures haven't cooled as much. Now we get a little bit of upper level winds to shift, and you're going to see those northeasterly winds take over. And then this is where you get Sunday night into Monday morning. Here it comes. That's rain. That's heavy rain. And now it's going to start to cool. Right there is your dynamic cooling. And notice how that profile gets to the left. Then it turns blue. So now it's to the left of the 0 degree line. So this is all freezing. And then you see that snowfall. Now this is coming down pretty heavy. And this is at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then all of a sudden, the storm system moves out. It dries out. And there you go. It moves out. And then there's the end of the snow. So that is a look at the dendritic growth zone. And that's a pretty good snow right there. You see how those two lines are totally saturated, except for the very end of the surface where you have temperatures that are above freezing. Let's go to the NAM nest because I think it goes out far enough where we start to see the snow. So here's a better example of higher resolution model data. The lines are more jagged because there's better resolution. And watch the dynamic cooling that takes place. See how those temperature and the dew points farther spread? So as it precipitates, that's going to cool things off. And there's that dynamic cooling. See how fast that went? Right there in about an hour or two. Now, it's still all rain according to this, but I see a lot of the profile that's actually below freezing. And then it starts to turn to snow at this point when it gets just a little bit colder. So that is about as wet of a snow as you can get. And that only, by the way, goes until 5 a.m. on Sunday.
You can show ratios if you overview the top right.
Yeah. So when does the snow move out of the area? Probably around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Blue line.
Yeah.
The ratio's on the left. So 12-1.
Yeah. The only thing is we want to do max temp and profile.
Yeah.
Then it drops off.
But about 10-1.
And it goes left to right too, which is confusing. But anyways, okay, I want to do this real quick. Well, let's go answer some questions real fast. I know you guys want to know about totals, and we haven't done that yet. So we've been going through a bunch of stuff. And
boy, do we have a lot of race fans in the comments.
Yeah?
Really?
I had no idea how many people
Nice.
watch NASCAR. I might have to watch Sunday now.
All right. So now let's take a look at snowfall accumulations according to the European. So this is where nothing is happening Sunday morning, Sunday evening. We're starting to see some light snowfall, but it's not a big deal Sunday evening at about 10 o'clock, unless the precipitation is heavier than expected. Now we're starting to accumulate a little bit more at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. This is probably where we're going to see the heaviest snow. And then you're going to wake up and, or maybe stay up all night. I don't know. But then it's gone by about noon. And then it's out of here. Now you see those snow totals, 1.6 to 3.6. This is snow accumulation. It is not snow depth. Snow depth accounts for compaction, melting, because the temperatures are going to be above freezing at first, as you saw. So even though it's snowing and the model knows it's snowing, it's actually going to melt and not accumulate right away. So let me bring this up here. Actually, they don't have snow depth.
Yeah, they do.
Pivotal?
Weather belt.
I mean, yeah, weather belt. They do have snow depth.
I don't know.
They didn't.
Actually, I don't know.
I don't think they did. They didn't, but they do now. Maybe. Should we zoom in? Yeah, let's zoom in. Local Arkansas. Okay, I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to go to snow depth. Stand by. It says snow depth change. And we're going to forecast loop. Look at the big difference. All right. So we're going to add this to the screen. And we're going to take a look. So remember, you got 3, 4, 5 inches. That looks like a lot, right? But remember, it's taking all that liquid and it's immediately converting it to frozen. And it says that's going to be all snow. Not necessarily the case, because you're looking right here. This is the snow depth. And you're going to see here that we're going to see a lot of difference. So there's no snow depth all the way through 9 o'clock, even though it was showing snow. From 9 p.m. to midnight, we're getting a little bit, and then that's about the max right there. So that shows a little over 2.5, close to 3 inches.
I wish I had a readout.
Yeah, no, that'd be nice.
It's about 3, maybe. That dark blue.
Yeah, 3.5, I think.
Yeah.
So northwest Benton County for the track of that low looks really favorable. Look at how quickly it cuts off to the south. Okay, we're going to go back to, so again, we're going to show that, and then we're going to go to basically back to here, which is this one. See the difference? Big difference compared to that snow depth. Let's look at the GFS, and then we'll look at the GFS snow depth, and then we'll show you our snowfall
So the snow
accumulation
depth
map.
is the more likely.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So here is the GFS, and the GFS is showing a bullseye of heavy snow in southwest Missouri. Notice how it has very little in very little in the River Valley. It's a quick cutoff in northwest Arkansas. The higher elevations of the Ouachitas gets a little bit of snow, but temperatures are just too warm in Fort Smith for this one. I just don't see a whole lot. I mean, I think you will see some snow. I would be hard pressed to say it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, because these wraparound type deals don't usually overperform.
No, they do not. That's a great point, Zach. So let's go back to this and let's look at the GFS snow depth. Okay. And we'll move along and we'll see what this does. Now look at the difference there. This is the 18Z. So let me go to 0Z. Look at the difference. Snow depth is a lot less. So judging by this, Zach and Pay, we might need to trend that down to 1 to 3.
I think so.
With higher elevations seeing a little bit more. But see how little that is? So yes, it's snowing, and if all of it was snow and it came down and immediately stuck and melt and didn't melt, you see how complicated winter weather is? It's not just figuring out if it's going to snow. It's figuring out if it's going to snow, how much it's going to snow, if some of that snow will stick or melt, what the roads are going to do, melt some of that snow. So it's not just figuring out totals. So with that being said, I'm changing this.
Change it.
Yep.
Change it live.
Nope.
Nope.
Let's answer some
It's a lot of
questions here. Let's go back here. Next Sunday is the. Oh, it is. It might be next Sunday. When is the Daytona 500?
218.
Oh, it is
is
next
what
Sunday.
I saw someone say.
TJ's 218-24. That's a ways out. We're not even going to get there. Yep. Josh says, boogity, boogity, boogie. Let's go, racing boys. Come at you like a spider monkey. All right, here's a look at, we're not going to adjust this. I'm changing this right now.
Well, I changed the snowfall accumulation.
I think so. Look, I mean, and we
I
with
knew
snow
it was a
depth.
lot.
What?
I said I knew it was like a lot.
We can do 3 to 4 though. There
Could it be a pump fake?
could
Could.
it could.
I think it's gonna be 2 to 3.
3 days out.
I'm
It's
sticking
about
with my
time.
2 to 3 that I said yesterday. Sticking
Or
with
2
it.
days out.
Sticking with it.
I'm gonna go 0 to 2.
0 to 2. Just go 0 to 4 over the whole.
No,
thing.
0 to 1. I'm going 0 to 1. Yeah,
Just a dusting.
yeah, dusting down there. Oh, I don't know. I think 2 to 4. No. Yeah, 2 to 4. Okay.
Yeah, change all the colors.
Wait, do we though?
We could just do this as white.
Oh yeah, we do.
Then you gotta change the other one to dusting, and then
Yeah, I'll leave it like that. That's good because we're going to be
Cool.
in the 2 to 3 inch range.
Yeah.
4 is going to be a little high. Let's just leave this. Okay. New snowfall accumulation map. There it is with the dots on there. But that's what we're looking at. I think that's pretty realistic. If we zip into northwest Arkansas, That's probably around like 1 to 3. And then the little bit higher elevations could see up to 4 inches. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Big, fluffy. They're going to be big, fluffy flakes. They're not necessarily fluffy. They'll be clumpy. Big, clumpy flakes.
Yeah, like those giant flakes that we
Yeah.
saw fall, I guess, Friday morning.
January 5th, right?
Yeah, January 5th.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't say the date.
How much snow for Bella Vista? 3 inches.
2 to 3.
Yeah. You want to be like George Weatherman in 1969? Is that the hippy dippy weatherman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
With the
so.
hippy dippy weatherman.
What was that one? The worst forecast ever?
Oh,
What was that?
Lewis.
Lewis. Man.
Hey, Dan, good job hitting the transfer portal. Yeah,
Yeah, the transfer portal?
got some storm spotters that we hit for the transfer portal.
Yeah.
At least we will get to see a pretty snowfall while it's falling. That's true. If you're up
Yeah,
early in
that'd
the
be
morning.
nice.
What time will we expect snow on Sunday? So that's going to be, I think, probably a little after 9 o'clock. You'll start to see snowfall. It'll be before midnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Does
I would
that
say
sound reasonable?
so. 9 to midnight is when it's first going to start. And then carry
Yeah.
on throughout
Yeah, I
the
think picking
early
up
hours.
around 1, 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, it just doesn't last very long. So
No.
let's look at all the models. Now, remember, these models are snow accumulation. Big difference between snow accumulation and snow depth. I can't get snow depth for some reason to work, even though it shows, but it doesn't. We'll work on that. But there's the graph. Remember, it's taking all that liquid, it's immediately converting it to frozen snow. There's a look at GFS 8.1 in Grove. But look at the River Valley. They all have an inkling that the River Valley doesn't get much at all. And it's a
Yeah,
quick
okay.
cutoff south of the Bobby Hopper Tunnel. Really quick cutoff. And it makes sense. So I want to show you this real quick. This is the storm that went through the central Arkansas area. And it was a pretty impressive supercell. See if this ever loads.
They possibly
What? There's the data.
confirm.
Yeah, I think it was. What's cool is you see a merger. These
Yeah,
two
that
cells
is really cool.
merge. So watch this. These two cells merge, and then there's the other cell. That storm that's southwest of Benton is the one that tornadoes. See it?
Mhm.
Yeah, and then that one takes over, and then it
Man.
right turns, and then there's the tornado that goes through East End. Now we can. I don't know how far back the correlation coefficient goes. Let's see. I don't think it goes back far enough. Nope. See how it drops off.
Yeah.
So yeah, you aren't gonna be able to see the debris because
Dang.
there's the storm. We can bring it up at another time, but yeah,
Yeah.
no. Definitely a CC drop though that was there for sure. Impressive supercell, no doubt. So, anyways, that gives you that. With that being said, I think we're pretty much done. Oh, cool. Thank you, Kathy. It will affect roads and schools in the Monday morning time frame. Yes, I do believe so. But it'll be limited impacts because it'll snow and then it'll kind of melt throughout the day. And I think temperatures will warm. Let's show you the 7-day before we close
But
it out.
again, impacts, we got to watch because if all the pre-treat is washed off by the rain, it could create a lot more impacts.
Yeah. So there's totally, no doubt about that. There's the Sunday 44 is the high, but that's before it starts snowing. Then we fall a little more. And Monday 41, it's gonna be tough, but I think it's possible. I just think it might be maybe a little cooler than that.
A lot of the models have the sun popping out.
Yeah, they do that a lot though, and then that cloud cover sticks around with the wraparound a lot
Yeah.
longer.
That's a good point.
They do that. So Alex Hall, thank you for coming. Definitely enjoyed meeting
Yeah.
you in person.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. in
And
person.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna kick some butt with our Storm Spotter team
Oh yeah.
this spring. Speaking of spring weather pattern for storms, it's looking pretty active because if we transition from an El Nino to a La Nina with no neutral in between,
That's
who knows
gonna be
what
pretty
that's going to be.
explosive.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of energy. There's already a lot of systems coming through. Let's get our camera off the screen so you can see the rest of the 7 days. So some rain tomorrow evening, nothing really in the morning. And then you see those rain chances ramping back up on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday into Monday. There's the snow potential. And then next week, we've got temperatures climbing very quickly. We'll see if they really do warm that fast. I think they do. I don't think our weather pattern is going to be super cold, but beyond it could get a little bit chillier. But as of now, Friday, there's a system coming in that could be colder. We'll continue to watch that. We'll keep you updated. But that's kind of what we're looking at for next week. So, yeah, that kind of sums up everything. I think we can pretty much shut it down. You got any questions? Who are you guys going for? Let us know. Rooting for the Chiefs or the 49ers?
49ers all the way.
Yeah,
No hesitation.
I think you're 49ers too, right?
I can't root for the Niners because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
That's fair.
But
That's right.
so probably have to go. But see, I don't want Mahomes to catch up to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl race.
Yeah, he's getting there.
So
He's
yeah,
getting there pretty quick. Let's see. Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm
Other-
sure everyone's gonna say Chiefs.
Haha. Cherie said she's rooting for Team KNWA.
Hey, there we go.
yeah.
Hey, is that a correlation coefficient drop that you have behind you?
That is GDR. It's
That
gonna
looks
be
like
better.
it. Yeah, exactly. My singing frogs are not going to be happy. You know, frogs croak a lot more when it's about to
Yeah.
rain. That's it. That's in that weather book. Here's a fact we cannot explain. Frogs croak a lot more when it's about to rain.
What book?
Oh, say, can you say what's the weather today?
Okay.
Huh.
Learn something new every day, right, Zach?
No, I'm pretty sure in like stats class in college, I learned that stat.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
There's
there's
that
a,
in stats class.
there's a correlation between crickets croaking and rain.
Oh, the
So-
crickets is the human thermometer.
Yeah, it really is.
or I
the
mean
pitch.
frogs,
The temperature.
Frogs.
Oh, frogs. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm rooting for
Oh,
Taylor's boyfriend.
Taylor's
Ugh.
boyfriend.
Wait, so if Mahomes wins, how many Super Bowls will he have? 4?
3.
Like right now, he has 3, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so he'll have 4.
Yeah, it'll be 4.
That's
He's
crazy.
been to 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah, Tom Brady's had 7.
Your Nick Foles will be forever the best.
Nick Foles.
Yeah, the Philly special.
Ugh.
Hey,
Oh.
CJ Stroud and my Texans on the come up.
Who
I think
knows?
the Packers are
Maybe-
coming back next year.
Yeah.
Ain't the day. Temps too warm for snow, for all this snow. That's true. But Monday morning, it's going to be cold enough and the snow will be heavy now for some of it will accumulate. Oh, Colby doesn't leave until next weekend. Dud. Wait, I got to change the snow accumulation graphic. I didn't know.
Scrap it.
I didn't know Colby's still here. So we're going to adjust this here. All right. There you go.
Yourself on that.
This is basically, wait, hold on.
Complete. This is us.
Hold on here. We'll go like this, and then we'll go. Oh, come on. We'll go like this, and then we'll go around here, and then we'll add another one here. These are so hard to make because they just don't let you really grab it.
Just copy and paste
Yeah.
it.
Oh, what I just do? Then you copy and paste it, then it goes up top, and then you got to throw it into the drape group. There we go. So yeah, we'll just make this, and we'll add this, and we'll go around Fayetteville. There you
we
go.
go.
That
That's
is
our
the
first
Colby
snow.
effect forecast right there.
New map.
There you go. That's it. Oh, brother. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everyone. And here's the deal: we'll keep you updated. This guy right here.
Yep.
That
Here on the
killed
weekend,
that.
I'll probably do a live.
You'll
tomorrow
do a
night.
live tomorrow night, right? Yep. We can join in if it's looking like all heck is breaking loose. I know it does appear that the heaviest snow swath is over northwest Arkansas. Whether that changes or not, we'll see. Meteorologist. Oh, Mahomes has 1, 2.
Oh,
so
he
there's
has
only
one- he has
1,
one, too.
2. This would be his third, I guess.
Still, that's like really impressive.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he'll pass Tom Brady.
Does he have 7?
Yeah.
That's all.
6 with the Patriots and 1 with the Eagles.
Hey, with the
record-
Eagles?
No, with the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, hey, records are meant to be broken.
They are.
Yeah, like yesterday with the
Just
high
like
temperature.
just like
Yeah.
yesterday. Hey, yeah, you guys have a great weekend. God bless. Be safe and enjoy, and we'll keep you updated. Peace. See ya.